Good morning, guys. It's the 8th of December, Wednesday, and today's the day. It's inspection day. My inspector is Sean, and he should be here any minute. So wish me luck. I have no idea what to expect. I know that all the plumbing's not finished, and we're going to talk about that, but everything else is ready to go. So he'll be inspecting my gas lines, my HVAC system, my electrical work, my structural changes, and my foundation, my footer downstairs in the foundation. So wish me luck, guys. I hope it goes well, but I expect to be fixing some things. So I'll see you on the flip side of it. Hey gang, so my inspection was yesterday. Things went pretty well, but I didn't pass everything. I'm gonna take you around the home and point out a few things that went well and a few things I need to fix. Starting with this DWV vent, which will be the vent for the bar sink eventually. Something I forgot, nail plates down there. You can see I've done that on other places, so that's good, but that's something to fix. Any internal wall that has a hole which goes from floor to floor, so basement to first or first to attic, I need to put foam in those holes for fire blocking. Speaking of fire blocking, this vertical cavity that houses the B vent for the hot water heater is a floor to floor cavity that will need fire blocking at the top, primarily just drywall up there. With the fireplace, fire blocking up there as well. This is a 4-pack of studs, so it's 4 studs that go all the way to the top plate. Just needs a strap on it. And speaking of straps, I need to put these straps in a few more places. This plumbing stack, I need to finish it, of course. Plumbing stacks are another one that will need to be foamed in around these openings, fire blocking from floor to floor. Yeah, so my wash box is higher than 42 inches. Didn't know that was gonna be a problem, but I'm gonna have to cut that, put a coupler in. Not a big deal. One thing that went well is my Schedule 40 steel column and the footer. That passed, so good stuff there. One thing to keep an eye on is this bathroom. You can see the flange for the toilet rough. I'll need to have 20 inches of space from the front of the toilet to the wall. It's gonna be close, so I might need to buy a low clearance toilet. The inspector was happy to see that I foamed my windows, so no issues there. And honestly, everything else went really well. So I think that's, I've got a few nail plates to put in, make sure all my fire blocking is taken care of, make sure my plumbing system is finished, and make sure that I have nail plates in all the places that I could be 1.25 inches or less from the finished surface. So I'm gonna knock those out in the next few days, but before I head to work, I want to show you what else came recently. So these are the art lights that will go over the stairwell. That's pretty much what they're gonna look like. They'll mount to a gang box on the wall, and then they'll point kind of angled back down at the art. Okay guys, that's probably it for today. Today after work, we have our company holiday party. So I'll see you back here tomorrow on Friday, the 10th. And I'm gonna try and bust out a lot of this stuff. This weekend, I'll be here to finish the plumbing DWV fitting. So it's gonna be a busy couple of days here. See you tomorrow. Saturday, December 11th. It's a cold one, 42 degrees in the house. Today, I'm doing the DWV system for the 3 bathrooms, and this is the most complicated part of the plumbing project. Let me show you what I've been working on. All right, so as we come downstairs, I've been piecing together some parts of the system. This is how I'm gonna connect the 2 toilets together. Let me show you why it's so much better. At first, I was gonna use this double Y. The main vent stack going through the middle, toilet from bathroom 1, toilet from bathroom 2, connected with some long sweep 90s. This totally would have worked, but now I'm gonna do this system. So here's why it's so good. With this system, I can connect to toilet in bathroom number 1, and then that sanitary tee will go over and connect the toilet in bathroom number 2, which you can see is dropping down with a long sweep 90. Here's what's so great about this though. All right, so now I'm on bathroom 2 number side. Check out what happens as I go into this joist cavity. Look at that. These pipes don't stick below the joists. So before, I was gonna have to build out some kind of framing, a soffit around the bathroom. With this system right here, no longer have to do a soffit up here. Notice my 1.5 inch bath drain sticking down. This is just for location, but I'll be able to get the P-trap up there and in the joist cavity as well. So plumbing is complicated. Check out the sanitary tee. Because of the way bathroom 2 comes in here and then has to keep going down, I'm at the risk of getting up to my 60-inch distance without a vent. So that's what this up here is gonna be for. The sanitary tee will have a 3-inch by 2-inch bushing and will have a vent straight up. That means that the vent distance from the trap arm is at most 30 inches for toilet number 2, well under the 60-inch code maximum. I've been thinking about plumbing for weeks and weeks. This is complicated stuff, and just the way vents and everything fit together, I am not an expert, and I've watched a ton of videos. Shout out to Hammerpedia, which is a good plumbing resource, as well as some great YouTube channels. I'll post the links on screen. So a few more notes as I build all of this out. So this will be the bathroom in the basement, and this will be the lavatory. I'll need a drain at 18 inches, but it gets complicated because all of these front 2x4s are load bearing. You can see they're on the footer curb here. So I can't really be drilling. I could drill holes and put stud shoes, but I'm not gonna do that. I've got a floating wall behind, which I can happily drill through to run pipe. So how this lab's gonna work, I have a P-trap and the trap arm coming out of the wall, and then I'll have a long sweep 90 to transition this vertically, which will run over to my main stack. And you can see I've got a 3x3 by 1.5 sanitary tee. That's what will connect this sink up. But along the way, it's gonna need a vent. So that's where this comes in. It's actually backwards. So we'll have the drain running horizontally here, but immediately I'll use the sanitary tee to run a vent up vertically, and then it'll go nicely in the wall up to the roof. Same thing over here. This is for the bathroom upstairs and bathroom number 2 for the bathtub. So I've got my fittings for the bathtub that will hook into this P-trap. It'll have a trap arm, and then right at that load-bearing wall upstairs in the bathroom in the 2x6 non-load bearing wall, I can vent up to the roof as well. And then all of this is going to be fitting in the 2x10 joist bay, keep in mind. And so this will actually transition us horizontally. So that's another long sweep 90. And so that will go across. And until we hit our vent stack, I can use another 3x3 by 1.5 sanitary tee to drop the bathtub waste there. So it'll be vented before this main vent stack, and just be able to use a nice compact sanitary tee to drop into the main stack. If any of this is confusing, totally get it. I've spent weeks thinking about all of this stuff. So as I start putting it all together, you'll see how it works. There's one last thing to figure out for this whole plumbing system, and that's going to be how the shower drains. So even though I think I've got everything figured out, it's still taken me longer than it should have. So I've got an update on the plumbing system, and I've made a modification to my previous design. It's even better, so I'm excited to show you that. So here we're branching off of bathroom number 2. Instead of a long sweep 90, I'm doing 2 45 street elbows with a coupler and then a 3-inch pipe. Let me show you why that's better on the other side of the wall. For starters, the drop is just perfect from side to side, and this fitting can rest here. So what's different? Well, I went with one of these 90-degree drop-offs with a 2-inch port on the top, and then I've got a bushing and a reducer down to 1.5 inches with an elbow. Check this out. I still have enough room up there to put another 90-degree elbow, so I can put my vent pipe upstairs. This is awesome. I also love solutions that are simple, and this is definitely the fewest number of bends. So I'll drop down and into that Y there. I'm gonna do that next. I'm starting to believe this will work. So we've got the 2 toilets coming down, a vent up there that I still need to connect. Those come down here. go into this 3-inch Y, which leaves a 2-inch sanitary tee for the shower and 1.5-inch sanitary tee for the bathtub. So at this point, I need to start connecting those up. I'll first do the bathtub on that 1.5, and then I'll snake this over. And then I have about 3 vents to run, and the basement will be done, so I can start on the upstairs. I'm having fun with my Japanese saw, cutting in this hole for the bathtub. Sunday, December 12th. I'm just going gangbusters on the house today, trying to finish up all the DWV fittings as well as the plumbing supply lines. I think I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm also doing laundry today. It's just a busy day, but next up, cutting a hole for a vent. We got a lot of vents to install, so let's get cracking. This is all gonna fit together so nicely. So this is the hole we just drilled. I've got a reducer from 1.5 to 2 inches, or other way around, I should say. Just an elbow and then another elbow. And here's our sanitary tee. What's beautiful about this is it'll pop down with a P-trap into the sanitary tee and then down and drain to that 2-inch over there. And the nice thing is the whole thing will be vented just beautifully. All right, you can see this coming together. Again, shower will drop down with the P-trap into that sanitary tee. It'll come across and then enter the main stack, all vented, of course. Now, this arm here is supposed to have a 1/4-inch drop per foot. Right now, it has a 1/8-inch drop per foot. So over this 4-foot run, I need to bring this end here up by 1/2 inch. I'm just gonna knock that off now. All right, that's done. I don't know if you can tell, but on this end, it's 11.5 inches from the ceiling, and on that end is 12.5. So perfect 1/4 inch per foot across that arm. Next up is the P-trap, but first I gotta go get my laundry from the laundromat. Guys, I don't know about you, but this is beautiful to me. So we've got that 2-inch drop arm and P-trap and trap arm installed. Vent for the shower comes down across on that arm like you saw. Goes into the main stack and down to the sewer. So next up, you see we've got that 1.5-inch sanitary tee that's unconnected. That'll actually go over to the right and then up that way for the bathtub. I'm gonna do that now. Hey guys, I finally finished the bathtub DWV fittings. I don't think Broomfield will let me do it the way I want to do it, but I've rough fitted it in a way that is really tidy. It stays out of the way of the floor joists and prevents me from having to do a soffit in the bathroom. I'll show you what I did. I can't see any code reasons that I can find that this is illegal, but it seems like a few too many bins. Let me walk you through it. So here it is, and as you can see right off the bat, it looks complicated. Let me walk you through it at the source. All right, so standard drop down, we have the overflow drain coming from the top, and then right at that sanitary tee is where the main bathtub drain will come in. We've got a long sweep 90, and that transitions horizontally until it drops off to just a regular 90 elbow and goes straight into the P-trap. Let me walk to the other side. Again, this is standard. It's just a P-trap with a trap arm that goes into the sanitary tee. And from the sanitary tee, it just goes up and vents. And then down here, comes along and goes into the main stack. Holy crap, this is hard. And I think I'm just not that good at it, but I'm making progress. Let me show you where I'm at. It's still Sunday, by the way. All right, so in theory, anything that needs to happen in the basement is complete. The thing I just added is this drain here. It's 18 inches there, 17 inches down there. And of course, we've got a vent that goes upstairs. That's for the sink down here. So everything in the basement is vented. The one that might change is, of course, this bathroom vent. I might just have to make it go straight across. If I do, I do. But if Broomfield lets me keep it this way, this is brilliant because it keeps the entire wall clean on the other side. Let's see that one more time. Okay, we're back on the other side in the bathroom here. And I think the best angle to see this is here, especially if we go up. So you can see everything's tucked neatly into the joists. That would be a dream come true. We'll keep this whole bathroom nice and tidy. It's possible I won't be allowed to do that though, and I will have to drop across for the bathtub on the front side. Otherwise, lavatory drain is roughed out, so that's good. I'm gonna move upstairs. Good day, it's Monday, the 13th of December. Well, what am I doing today? As it were, I'm using this stuff. It's not duct tape, it's foil tape for HVAC ducts. Turns out that Comfort Pro HVAC didn't tape any of my duct seams. Shame on them, it's one of the things that I failed on the inspection. So you can see I'm just going around my ducts, and anywhere there's a joint and screws, I'm putting down some tape, and here's one that still needs it. I'm gonna be up in my ceiling for a little while.